Hi fam, welcome back to our Ramadan series. Today is Ramadan day 9 and we decided to prepare fried yam and egg sauce, which was a disaster because we promised ourselves that for the next 2 days we are not going to cook any meal and just eat bread and tea. And we broke that promise on day 2 because maybe we thought fried yam was going to be a simple meal. It was a simple meal actually,
Yeah,
but I feel like the process we actually went about it was what made it the most disaster and difficult meal for today. And I feel like even before we started preparing the fried yam, we were already exhausted from from waking up for tajud, fajr, and so on. So I feel like we should have just followed our promise that we won't prepare for 2 days and just take the Yeah, simplest big shout meal. out to every household wives that cooks every iftar and so it was not easy at all. I'm not going to lie, and the yam actually added to my hunger. I'm not going to lie because at this point when we were cooking it, I feel like we added a little much of water. I will not say little. We had much water to the pan, and the yam keeps sticking to the pan to the extent I kept getting burned without it not done yet. And I was like, you know what? The time is going already because it's almost like 6:30 p.m. here, and we need to pray for our Maghrib prayer and then Isha prayer. Normally, we are supposed to eat after our Maghrib prayer, but because we realize that anytime we eat after our Maghrib prayer, we get exhausted to the extent that we skipped our Isha prayer or we I feel like we observe it very late at night, maybe like 10 p.m. and I just don't like the way we don't observe it on time. So we decided, you know what, we'll have to observe the Maghrib prayer and then the Isha prayer before we eat. And this yam just kept getting burnt and burnt and burnt. I was just like, you know what, this time is going already. I feel like we're just going to leave it and just go and observe our prayer and then come back to it. But what was like, you know what, let me try this method. And she was like, you know what, I just have to like, or transfer it back into the smaller pan. I make sure that it first fry for a little bit, then I keep on adding little water in. Alhamdulillah, it came out so well. I decided to go and observe our Maghrib prayer and Isha prayer. And after we are done observing our prayer, we decided to come and eat conveniently. And we'll surely pray before we eat. So after we are done praying, I decided to use the fork to eat, and the fork was just acting somehow. Maybe because I was hungry, so I had to leave it alone and use my hand to eat the food. As you guys can see, you guys can definitely see the tiredness on our face. This place we are very tired and very exhausted. So Bitch and I were just like, you know what, let's just finish eating, and do a little bit of things I wanted to do and just eat the bed. I feel like editing is not easy. No matter how that's why I feel like I'll prefer live stream now more than normal vlogs because I feel like live stream you don't have to edit, you don't have to do any much work. But when it comes to the like normal video, the editing, there's no matter how we are like, you know what, we keep the editing simple. It's just like there's always going to be one thing or the other you needed to put in place. Yeah, so after we are through the first portion, we have to take the second one. As you guys can know, as a twin, I have to make sure I share it very equally because Beauty and I, we always make sure to share it equally to avoid any bickerings or any fight up and down. So this yeah, is me looking at her. I was looking at her like, look at my face, look at the way I was looking at her like an arc. Like I was checking if she counted the yam very well and it was equal. And I was just getting impatient and I was like, you know what, it's okay like that, it's okay like that, let us just eat this one first because I was super hungry. I was even thinking maybe we are going to eat the rest off camera, but fortunately we were able to eat everything on camera even though it was on speed, guys. So please ignore if you are thinking our mouth is like that. That's not the way we eat. This video was on speed. I feel like one speed, one time speed or two times speed. Yeah. So guys, after we are done eating, Beauty was just like, you know what? After we're done eating, I'll stand up. You two stand up as well. I was like, you know what? I'm very tired. I cannot stand up. If you want to do it for the gram, just do it. Then I'll be here, just being real. So guys, thank you guys so much for being here with us. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification so you can get notified when we upload another new video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I am not fake. Just because I stood up does not mean I am fake.